If a woman can't find everything she so-called want in a man, she'll settle with a man that she can control. And he don't have to look like much. You don't have to have all this. You don't have to be 6 feet. You don't have to be 6 feet tall. You don't have to have a handsome face and a perfect jawline and perfect teeth and six-pack and all that. They'll deal with a guy that has a gut, all that. They'll deal with a guy that has none of the stuff they claim they want when they have money. If the guy have money, and if they can't find a man that have everything they want, they'll deal with a man that they can control, and that's gonna tolerate everything, you know. But if a woman think you really like her, if she think you really, really like her, then she gonna if she thinks you really, really like her, then she gonna start acting up, and you're not gonna be able to have too much room for error. But if she think it really don't bother her, if she think it really don't bother you, if she leave, if she think you don't have no problem, then she'll hang around longer. But so it varies. It varies. Different times of their life, different stages, certain mindsets and stuff like that. Sometimes women get used to one thing. Sometimes they get used to dealing with guys that they can control. Sometimes they get used of dealing with a guy that has all this stuff, has stuff that they can milk him, where they can pretend to like him and pretend to love him. You know what I mean? So it changes and it varies. Hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell button. But it varies. It varies depending on the situation. But I'm here to let you know right now, man, the game is wild. The game is wild, man. It's all about control. The way they talk to guys out here in public, at the bar, the way they talk to these guys, man, is wild, man. They're reading everything. They see everything. They're reading everything. They're reading your energy. They constantly reading your energy. They constantly reading this. They constantly reading that. They on one. They are on one. So, it's just a strange scenario. It's real wild out here. Those of you, if you find a situation that fits you good, that's loving and peaceful, that's healthy and sharing and loyal, you might want to stick with that. You might want to stick with that. Because if you stick with that, what's going to happen is, you'll be peaceful. You'll dodge all this nonsense. You'll dodge it. Some brothers in the past, they didn't have to go through this stuff because they dealt with feminine women. Nowadays, the women aren't feminine. They're not feminine, bro. They're not. They just very, very, very controlling and have unreasonable expectations. So they tried out each other. That ain't really working right. They're trying out each other. They're trying to go against all of God's format. He set this thing in order for a reason. He set this thing in order for a reason. He set this thing in order for a reason, man. But the devil got the women going against the order. He got the men going against the order. It's really the men's fault. It's not the women's fault. It's the men for being so weak. The devil working through women, he been doing it. It's been working, so he gonna keep doing what's work. That's common sense. He's gonna keep doing what's working. So, at the end of the day, it's all about the men saying no. They're not gonna tolerate that. And that's it. And if they're gonna tolerate, they're not gonna tolerate nonsense, and they're gonna ignore nonsense. If they don't tolerate it and ignore it, then everything else is gonna fan itself out. All of the abominations of them dealing with each other, all that stuff is gonna fan itself out. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna burn itself out because it's not natural. You can like Kool-Aid all you want. You can love Kool-Aid all you want. But at the end of the day, you're gonna need some water. Because if you only try to drink Kool-Aid every day, all day, your body gonna fan itself out. It's gonna self-destruct. It's gonna self-destruct. So, same thing when people they run away from nature. When they run away from nature, self-destruct. You know what I'm saying? So, the main thing about this is what I'm talking about is what I've seen an episode on, oh, by the way, hit the like button, subscribe button, notification, bell button, and hit that like button, subscribe. When you hit notification, press all. But the main thing I wanted to tell you about is like on this Pop the Balloon, the guy was masculine. He just said he had preference. He said he liked long hair women. He said he said he liked long hair women. He said he don't want to deal with short hair women. That wasn't enough. That wasn't enough. So what happened was the women said, you never talk about women hair, and all of the women start going at him, all because he said he don't like short hair. He don't like short hair on women. He preferred not to have it. But the women be saying all their preferences. They be saying they don't want this. They be saying they don't want that. And next thing you know, they all popped the balloon. But they don't want men to have standards. He was a masculine man. He was a masculine man, this and that. And they don't like that demeanor. They don't like when you have a strong mindset. They don't like when you have a strong mindset. They don't like when you have a strong mindset. They don't like it at all. It's real wild out here, man. The decisions that people make, it's chaotic. That it's almost like arranged marriages need to be here, because the decisions that the women make here in the States, and it's off the chain. It's not doing society no good. The decisions that women make here in the States, it's wild, man. It's wild, bro. It's off the chain. So it's just something to think about, man. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. It's just ridiculous, because it's hindering them. It's causing them to be single. It's messing the family up. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell button. But the Pop the Balloon show is clearly showing how delusional and the minds are. The women's minds are here in the States, their minds are delusional. You know what I'm saying? But I'm out of in the air. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell button. Send me a friend request on Facebook at Bantu Guy, BANTUGUY. Much love, man. It's wild world. Keep your mind vigilant. Keep everything vigilant.